Hello and welcome back to MCNN's Limited Life Recap. I'm Lyric.
And I'm Salem.
And we're back with all of the most exciting developments on the Limited Life SMP.
Before we jump into anything else, we'd like to wish a very happy birthday to Martin InTheLittleWood. We're sorry your birthday party didn't quite go to plan, but we're sure the multiple kills you acquired in this session were more than enough of a present to make up for it.
This week saw a new record for chaos in a single Limited Life episode, to the point where the players themselves couldn't seem to keep up.
She's got a cold. She's nursing a cold.
And slight amnesia.
Yeah. One of them amnesia colds.
Yeah, this is really weird.
But despite all the chaos and confusion, we've got you covered on everything that went down in Session 6.
For various reasons, Pearl and Cleo couldn't make it this week. However, they called an LD Shadow Lady and Gemini Tay respectively as very convincing substitutes.
I am very British. Lizzie,
So you- Good question. Gem, I don't know what's going on. I have an enchanting table in my hands. I don't know where that came from. There are horses in the ground here. Where did you get Skulk from?
I don't know.
It's a little bit weird, honestly. Don't really know what's going on with the frogs.
Oh,
Anything like
I
that
have
here?
children.
Congratulations.
In her role as Pearl, Lizzie was immediately held hostage by the Clockers as payback for last week's mayhem. It doesn't matter that she has no idea what they're talking about, because they want recompense all the same.
May we build a door in the wall?
Well, that would kind of defeat the purpose of the wall.
Yeah, very tempting. Mistake, yeah.
Meanwhile, the bad boys experienced a wave of bad luck, with Jimmy turning red and Joel losing an hour in a failed water bucket escapade. And if that wasn't bad enough, they also lost the villager that was providing them with ender pearls. Given their success rate using those ender pearls, maybe that's a blessing in disguise. To ensure you don't end up like the bad boys, let's go now to our field correspondent for some life hacks.
Have you ever considered murder? Is there someone you really want dead? Not sure how to go about the whole killing thing? Before taking any steps, be mindful of these helpful tips and tricks for committing a murder. Number 1. Traps are always a good way of killing someone while keeping yourself out of harm's way.
We'll do our standard SCAR, patented, successful, that's right, very successful trap.
When you're setting traps, try to not get caught, and make sure your trap is functional.
So someone set a trap that didn't even work. It should have killed me. I stepped right off it.
A big no-go for trappers is being in range of your own trap, where curious bystanders may just activate it. You don't want to end up like Pearl, who learned this lesson the hard way during a visit from the bad boys.
That was buttons!
A great way to lure others towards your trap is with the promise of something desirable, such as a fun party or cake. Martin's birthday party trap provides an excellent example to follow.
And what good are birthday cakes if you don't have anything to blow out the candles?
Sometimes, though, the most important part of a trap is how you recover after it fails, whether you're recovering the materials you used or working on your cover-up.
Shift harder, Scar.
I was just doing some maintenance.
Number 2. While traps are fun, they may not work for everybody. Sometimes a hands-on approach works much better for a murder. If you plan to go down this route, make sure you have your escape planned ahead of time. One great tactic is to be like the bad boys and teleport away from the consequences of your actions.
Grian, when you see us get the kill, or we
when I
say
see the
we
kill.
failed, then bring us back.
Keep in mind that attempting murder in person carries an increased risk of losing your own life in the process. Don't be like Joel. Make sure to avoid misunderstandings with your allies and keep an eye on your health.
Abort!
When trying to kill someone, it's also important to make sure nobody else is trying to kill you. Otherwise, they may just try and swoop in on your target once you're out of the way.
They're trying to kill Big B. I'm gonna get Big B.
And remember, if all else fails, sometimes pure desperation will get you the results you need.
Etho, we can't go back. We can't go home without a kill. You're gonna have to give it to us.
Just remember to remain vigilant. You wouldn't want to jump to your death after your success, and there's always more misdeeds to avenge.
Someone's killed him. He's gone. Someone's killed the cleric.
Keeping these helpful tips in mind, you can now go off into the world and reach your full potential for wreaking havoc and causing mayhem.
Thanks for that informative PSA, Solar.
The bad boys weren't the only ones out for blood. Impulse has been spending his time farming gas tiers, and Team Ties met up to exchange end crystals and obsidian. Skizzleman told the team he was planning to get a kill, and he managed to vanquish B-dubs mere moments later.
This session also saw Scar up to some characteristic trap attempts. He planted a TNT minecart under the nosy neighbor's wall, which almost succeeded in killing Big B. The trap brought him down to 1 heart on his way back from Froggy Mountain after going red, but it didn't quite take Big B out. He did, however, assume it was his teammate's trap, and decided to stay out of their base until she wasn't red anymore.
Not to be discouraged by the failure, Scar kept attempting traps. None of which went according to plan, but he had a pretty good reason to be frazzled. Family disagreements can be very distracting, especially when explosives are involved. Let's hear more about the second worst thing to happen to the Clockers family this session. We go now to Pixie for more.
Thanks, Salem. This week, Etho invited the rest of his family to go on a camping trip. Unfortunately, before the campfire could commence, Scar discovered an ender porter that summoned Etho with the flip of the trapdoor. Scar accused Etho of attempting to sabotage and abandon them, and instantly went for the kill, cheered on by maybe not quite Mom.
Oh, son.
No, he must die, everybody. He must die. He must die.
No.
He must die, everybody. He must die.
Oh, Scar! Careful!
No, son.
Got him. Ah.
Scar's accusations gained substance when he dug into the mountain and discovered a line of redstone leading to a TNT minecart beneath the campfire. While still trying to deny the accusations of bad parenting, Etho himself became the roasted marshmallow. This definitely did not help the washed-up allegations that have chased him since last week.
These guys.
Etho?
He killed himself!
The plot chickens as Impulse and Tango followed up with their own revenge. From a new branch of Skynet, they rigged a dispenser to fire waves of eggs from the Clocker's base, pecking away at their target's patience.
Alright, it's gonna work. Here we go. Here we go. Boop, boop.
Hey, go away!
How far are they going? How far are they? Oh!
I think they're reaching.
Yeah.
That's gonna make so many chickens.
Okay, we need more. We need more. I'm putting just like
more.
10 stacks or so. We gotta go down.
We need more.
B-dubs turned red and decided to get revenge on Ties by successfully murdering Skiz. We thought that feud was dead and buried, but I guess another body had to be added to the grave. In more local news, there's a birthday on the server. Instead of losing time this session, Martin has gained a year, and he wanted to celebrate with an explosive event.
Oh man, I'm just trying to set up a birthday party. It's my birthday today, so
It's your birthday. Do you want a present?
Yes, please. What have you got?
Allies and enemies alike trickled in from far and wide for the occasion, but large gatherings never go well in a death game, and that held true today. The bad boys decided to sabotage things with some TNT from on high, but that gift did not land well, hitting the top of the old hourglass instead of the partygoers below.
Will this actually hit this many others?
Yeah, I think it should if I hit in the floor.
Come on, Grian.
Right.
Oh
wow.
To add insult to injury, some of his gifts didn't even survive the explosion either. At least it's a birthday he'll always remember. Gunpowder, treason, and plot will do that to you. Martin wouldn't let the bad boys sabotage his birthday without him, so he activated his pre-prepared candle blower to do what the bad boys couldn't. Not that either group actually killed anyone. In spite of, or perhaps because of, the lack of fatalities, enmity was cemented between the Mean Gills and the bad boys, putting their mutual allies, the Clockers, in a tricky position for next week. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Pixie.
During the birthday party from Shell, fitting for a Coral Kid, Scar triggered a raid that killed the few villagers remaining within bounds. Recovering quickly from his failed bomb plot, Grian planned to introduce a Ravager to his friends. He was derailed by PearlescentMoon, who wanted to play a game with him. The game? Be my boogie kill.
But how do I play?
Oh.
Yeah, you're supposed to get in there.
No! Hold on, I can get... I actually got no block!
Oh, yes!
Skizz also decided that this was an appropriate time to open and test his Tower of Affirmations, and brought Jimmy and Joel aside for a TNT-accompanied compliment session.
And it's awesome. You have very, very real confidence. It gives you swagger. Oh. It just gives you fluidity. It just does things for you, man. You got to lean on it. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Thank you. Gravity's affected me in the worst way today, to be honest. But apart from that, thank you so much.
That's fair. All right, Jimmy, you're next, buddy. I'm doubling.
Oh my god.
The clockers found themselves plagued by poultry and set out to kill the chickens that had taken over the clock tower, courtesy of Team Ties. Seeking vengeance, or maybe just for fun, the clockers headed over to Ties Tower to try to get a kill on any of the team that was still yellow, but they had no luck.
Meanwhile, over at Bad Boy Manor, Scott made an agreement with Jimmy. In exchange for peace, he can have a free kill on Scott once Jimmy dips below his last half hour.
I have 10 hours and 24 minutes left.
Dude, you nearly have double my time left. I have 5 hours and 56 minutes left. So maybe you could give me some of that time?
We'll see if Scott regrets that offer once he falls below 8 hours. Turning red and running low on time can really change a person's priorities. Let's go over to our field correspondent for some insight.
I'm sorry, I need the time.
As the tidal wave of red names rose, it seemed that most of the server had set their sights on Team Ties. Burrowing below their base, Martin attempted to trap Ties' subterranean storage, where he witnessed Etho turn red and fled.
He just this second turned red. Oh my god, I can't believe I was here to witness that through the wall. Oh my god, we're down to 3.
His trap was rendered unfortunately inoperable when his own ally found it early.
Yeah, this is a great way to go.
No,
Impulse down.
No, look under it, look under that block.
Joel Smallishbeans soon targeted the well-dressed gents as well from their own Skynet, and blew Impulse and Skizzleman away with a bloodthirsty bombing.
I swear, every time I leave for 2 seconds, I hear an explosion.
Oh, what?
Etho himself was having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, and while we cannot confirm nor deny his status as washed up, we can confirm his status as the server's resident wet cat. It's a good thing he's not limited to 9 lives, because he won the prize for most deaths in a single session ever. The tragedy started when Etho's favorite son B-Dubs arrived to invite him home for family dinner.
Deliver a message. Don't clench your teeth at me. Come on.
You're the good one.
I'm your friend.
You're the good one.
Yeah, I bring unfortunate news. Well, Mom and Scar want to have you over for dinner.
This week, however, he wasn't greeted by a warm home-cooked meal, but by Cleo's cold steel.
I just made that. Whoa!
Come here, Dad.
Could you stop? Could you stop, please? Could you stop?
No, I can't stop. I can't stop. How are you gonna get out of this? You abandoned us.
Who's attacking you, Etho?
My evil.
Let's go to our tables.
Upon respawn, he attempted to seek Skizz for aid, but was once again slain by Gemini Cleo's blade.
Yeah, I'm yellow.
My wrench of a wife.
But he's attacking me, so I can defend myself, right?
I'll get you on the down crit.
Good on, Etho.
I can't recover. Tango.
Is anyone else getting deja vu? Skizz attempted to back up his brother in Ties, but realized that while he may be able to beat B-Dubs in PvP, in her current state, Cleo could smoke him swiftly.
My family! Killing my family!
Yes! Yes, you do not want the smoke! You do not want the smoke!
Across the server, Grian combined his favorite pastimes of poking the beast and causing problems on purpose. He took advantage of the raid Scar started and sourced a Ravager, which he hoped would kill in his name. Unfortunately, he forgot to teach it about team loyalty, and for the second time this session, Jimmy died due to Grian's actions.
Oh gosh, is he? Oh my gosh, he's so fast! He's so fast! Help! He's so fast!
I don't know what to do. This is your own doing.
I'm coming up!
You've done this to yourself.
I'm coming up! I don't know, but I'm
Sorry.
stuck now. Wait, if I oh my god!
Any shame over the victim being his teammate, however, did not prevent him from giving himself the 30 minutes.
Oh no, Kim! Why? Oh no! Oh jeez. Oh my. Well, that's 30 minutes to me. Thank you very much, Jim.
Grian distracted Ties by bragging about the raging Ravager he released, and Joel and Martin took the time to once again target them. They bombed Ties from the skies, and Impulse exploded.
Oh, come on!
Etho, frustrated by his family's penchant for patricide and being the only one who died in his initial attempt at revenge, decided to take Scar on a fatal father-son fishing trip. I swear, I'm getting deja vu. As that happened, simultaneous events at the Nosy Frog Tower reminded us that on the life server, chaos is constant and nowhere is safe. Jimmy arrived alone and demanded financial compensation from the nosy neighbors for the loss of Judge Judy and Executioner. They offered a diamond and Loggy, the frog llama. Instead of accepting their compensation, Jimmy killed Loggy in an act of eye for an eye payback. With all the watching he's been doing this season, you'd expect Bigby would be a bit more cautious about making the whole world blind. But he was angered by Jimmy's callous murder and immediately sought his own vengeance. Bigby chased Jimmy out of Nosy Frog Tower, and just when it seemed he'd get off scot-free, Jimmy was killed by a pufferfish Scott hid under the wall.
He just logged out. That man just logged out, bro. Look at him. He's still woo! No! Oh my gosh.
And now, we all wait with bated breath to see if Jimmy will go 4 for 4 as being the first out of this life series.
I'm on 3 hours and 34 minutes. I went into this session knowing that I was good. Now I'm worried that the curse will continue and I will be first out the series.
Back to you in the studio.
Concurrent with the end of the previous segment, Tango and Impulse were chased by Grian and Joel.
I'm gonna die.
I'm not getting him.
I'm gonna get
He
this,
has
Joel.
to die.
No! Oh, that's gonna kill me. That's gonna kill me. No!
Impulse found a place to hide, and Tango died to ender pearl damage after losing much of his health to Grian, who later claimed his 30 minutes. In a twist of double life deja vu, Tango's death happened the same second that Jimmy died.
Tango was still yellow after dying, so the bad boys continued to give chase. Tango went up Ty's tower, and Martin, who, we will remind viewers, has been trying to kill Ty's members the entire session, blocked the way, claiming to help. He then moved to the tower roof to try to get a dripstone kill on Tango. Grian and Joel chased Tango into the water, and Martin dove in to steal the kill.
Oh, you know what? I'm getting in on this. Tango, come here! If anyone's taking that time, I'm having it. Come here, Tango. Don't let his crossbows win.
They're ineffective.
There we go, I'll take that. No! Yeah!
Impulse snuck overhead, and while Martin and Etho distracted the clockers with arrows from two sides, he used a perfectly timed TNT minecart to kill Cleo and Scar right as he turned red, netting 30 minutes and boosting him up to yellow shortly before the session ended.
While standing around on Skynet with Impulse, Tango, and a red Etho, Martin suddenly booped both Impulse and Tango off with a knockback sword, killing Tango and increasing his own time to just under 8 hours.
Yes, yes, yes.
What? What kind of distance is on that? Oh, we got water. Never mind. What about you?
Oh.
Equal luck? Nah, just let them both to the water. That's fine. Oh, no, he did! Oh my god, he did die!
The final insult to Tango's injury was a fourth death for the session, 3 minutes before the end, to a skeleton.
We have a lot of numbers to break down this week, so let's go to Joju for analysis.
What's that? Quinn Hills is performing tonight. I have to see her. Oh, but I have to do MCNN. I know. I'll call a substitute. Hello? Viking pilot?
Thank you, Lyric. This week, Martin managed to net as much time as he lost, sticking to just under 8 hours and retaining his red life ability to kill by the end of the session. Tango was unfortunately Martin's primary source of time this week, with 2 out of the 3 of his kills being Tango and the remaining being a lucky TNT cart on Impulse. Both of the Tango kills were direct. Punching people off of ledges seems to be a more reliable source of time than traps. Scott remains the only person to never go red, ending the session with 10 hours. Given that he had a similar lead going into session 4 as one of the last greens, Scott is having a very good season. The other final yellow, Tango, was having a good season until the last minutes of this week, where he died 3 times in a row and dropped down to red. This destroys any remaining chances of someone being on Etho Standard Time. Etho Standard Time is as dead as Jimmy is likely to be next session. Jimmy and Joel took an especially hard nosedive, and Jimmy is 2 bad moves away from his series ending next session with 3.5 hours remaining. Skiz, Joel, and Scar are all under 5 hours remaining, so as Scott would say, I'm in danger. This was a bad week for traps on the server, with several big ones falling through or blowing up in the face of their creator. Pearl, Etho, Scar, Martin, Jimmy, and Skiz all suffered from bad luck with their traps this week. Interestingly, given that there were 27 deaths this session and 28 hours lost, more than an entire player's lifetime was lost this week alone. Given the large number of deaths this week, time is quickly running out for everyone involved, and it won't be long before we see our first permadeaths in the game. Back to you, Salem.
Thank you for the analysis. Joju? While a dramatic increase in deaths is typical once players start reaching their red life, this many deaths is unprecedented. At the beginning of the series, 24 hours, and in effect 24 lives, felt like a lot, but that time is quickly running out.
How much longer will the clocks last? Only time will tell. For all we know, next week's episode could be the last.
But until then, I'm Salem.
And I'm Lyric.
And we'll see you all back here same time next week.